Coming at you from the riverbank today, and I'm gonna do something that I kind of haven't done in a while. I've been doing a lot of tournament fishing, a lot of river floats, because the fishing has been awesome, and it's a great time for that. But today feels like a great time to sit, or maybe stand, but kind of sit around and try and catch whatever. And that's the goal today, is catch whatever, panfish to catfish. I think there could be some white bass running through here, maybe largemouth bass, I don't know. But I do want to catch fish, and I'm not going to put a lot of effort in. I'm not moving around and like jumping all over the place. I'm sitting right here, going to set up some rods. You can see the riverbank is nice and pretty calm. It's got a little bit of current, but the water is really low. Right here is usually all underwater, so it gives me more room. And I brought some insurance. I bought some insurance. That's right, worms. That at least should get me something here. So I got I got an ultralight rod, like a medium light, and then I got my catfish rod. And if all works well, we'll catch a bunch of fish today. Let's just toss it not far off the bank. Boom, right off the bank. We'll sit on this log, or not log. It's a little muddy here. Should have brought my other shoes, I guess. We'll just set it right here and just watch that line. Could get bites right away, but let me get my other rod rigged up. If we catch something, a little bluegill, we'll probably stick it on the catfish rod. Go. There we go. Just what we need, a bluegill right there. Perfect size. I may bring my stuff down the bank just a little bit here. Okay, this is our chance for a big catfish, or I guess maybe it's about the only thing out there that's gonna eat this. Got it on the catfish, the Golly Whopper. I've never caught a fish on this rod. I've only used it a little bit. There's not much current, and I think it gets deep pretty quick right there. So we're just gonna throw it out right here. Oh yeah. All right, let's just try the jig head. Just a little pinch of a worm on there. Oh, well, that didn't take long. Sinking, and that fish ate it. Oh, it's not a bad bluegill. Hit a bluegill. I thought maybe some red ear, some other stuff might be around. Yeah, worm is definitely the way to go. They're gonna eat it a lot harder. Man, even these little dude, I should just take one of those on a bob or something. I wonder if I have a rod set up for that. They could be fun. See if a bass or something ate it. Oh, there's a bunch of them out there. There's a bunch of them. We got plenty of catfish bait if we needed more. Hopefully we get a catfish. Last few times I've been catfishing have not turned out well. Usually I do not get any catfish. Man, how am I getting smaller ones? Oh, wow. Dude, we are getting something taken off with that rod. That is a fish, or that's something. Come on. Come on. Dude, he's taking off with it. Okay, he's got it. Let me get over here where I can get a good footing. I'm in the mud here. All right, here we go. No! Are you... Wait. How in the world? Let's see what happened. What happened? That couldn't have been a turtle. I don't see a turtle bite. That was a... Must have been a small one. I thought he was on there. He was pulling. Okay. That's a good sign. Let's go back out there. Oh, that was fast though. I mean, that was only like 10 minutes sitting here. I'll take a little fish. I'll take any kind of catfish. I just need to catch something on this rod. Well, if you want to catch fish, just go back to the worm. I was throwing a little bit bigger Bobby Garland around for a little while. Nothing. I still only would get like little bluegill bites. I thought maybe some white bass or crappie might be in the area, which they could be coming through, but they don't seem to be any here right now. Definitely. Oh, look at that. Sinking, and that worm just grabbed them. It's a nice bluegill. Now that's a eater there. I thought about doing like a, oh, do something messed with my line. Please, I need a catfish. I was thinking about doing a catch and cook. I might come back and do it here if these bluegill, especially if crappie move in. My line moved over there on that catfish rod, but it could have been, I don't know, it could have been anything. It didn't seem like a bite kind of move. But maybe we'll come back here to do a catch and cook, some of these bigger bluegill. If the red ear move in here, and I know there's some good red ear in here, that would be nice because those guys get a little bit bigger. And then if I can catch a crappie and a white bass. I don't know how to clean catfish. I've never done it, and I could probably learn though. I'm just halfway, just barely decent at bass, and like panfish, they're pretty simple. Man, they are thick right there. It's like 4 casts in a row with the same little piece of worm. Yeah, at least there's enough. Yeah, I don't know if that's big enough to eat or not, actually. You could get a little bit off of him. So I think there's enough big enough bluegill here to get a handful of them. Look at that. Just watch my line go tight. This was fun. A little bit, you can do a little bit more with braided line. I'm using, I forget, like 8-pound braid. I forgot the kind of braid it was. I'm throwing a 1/32 ounce jig head. It's pretty light for this rod, but it can still throw it. Sinks real slow. I got 6-pound leader line. And this is a Akuma ITX 1000, and Bassengrass uses Akuma. He really likes them. So this reel, I went and bought one. It's like 85 bucks, and it feels really nice. It's also a 5:8 to 1 gear ratio, where a lot of the reels when they go to 1,000 size are like 5 to 1. So I like it that it's a little bit faster. Feels really good. The rod is a Lose Light, L-I-T-E model, but it's actually a light. It's a 6.4 light action fast. And this is a really good, oh, gotta open the bell. A really good multi-species style rod. I could throw a trout magnet if I wanted to, but this, oh yeah, it's nonstop. This rod could handle a little bit bigger, so I'm kind of throwing light stuff on right now. 1/32 ounce. A 1/16 ounce handles, it feels really good on here. Where if you want to do some and my goal is to use this kind of rod. Ow, how in the world did I hook myself through the skin? What? It's not deep, but it went through the skin and back out, and I'm not even bleeding. I'm just like in the skin. And there's a barb there, so I can't get it back out. So I think we're gonna have surgery here. Just cut that skin. There we go. I don't think I've ever had to do that before. It just barely went in there. This one. Anyhow, let's back to catch a few more here, and hopefully that catfish rod goes off here in a minute. I may just sit and wait. Yeah, that's not bad. That'd be big enough for eating, I think. So there's so many different species in the river, but these fish get bunched up, and these bluegill do this in the fall. But what happens is a red ear will move in here too, and that's what I really like catching. Those things are a little bit beefier and stronger. But also, like I said, crappie, white bass, they all kind of move in, but the bluegill are the ones that are kind of really stay in here real thick. It's funny, there's so many different species, but it's more isolated. They're in their pockets. They live in these areas. Bluegill are real shallow. There's probably some other fish that lives a little bit deeper, and some other fish a little bit deeper, and then different channels. So that's where people say you never know what you're going to catch out of a creek. Creeks actually have less species than a river do, but everything's all mixed in together. So every cast could be a different species because everything's all in the same pockets. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a solid one today. Man, I can't stop catching fish. It's just, I'm not even putting all these on here probably. Oh, I hope not, because I've caught like 20 bluegill. But something about it, just, it's like, well, I've caught a bunch, but I'm like, well, I'll cast again. Oh, I'll catch another one. Oh, I guess I'll catch another one. They're not even, they're like little, but you know, they're there and they're tugging, so. Oh, 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 yes, something different. Yeah, yellow bass. Now that's some good catfish bait there, and that would be good to eat. He felt stronger when he hit. All right, I've just been casting here, watching my catfish rod over there. That right there's a yeller bass. Let's see if I can get another one. Hopefully that's not the only one there. That's funny how he just showed up. Maybe it's like, maybe a school of them moving up. That one's not a yellow bass. Those yellow bass don't usually just run by themselves. They're usually in a pack. Well, let's see if a mile down the creek's any different. Some bluegill right there. I still got that piece of catfish head. And grabbed another rod. We got like 45 minutes before it starts getting dark. So let's just, I'm really wanting something to hit that I really want, not catfish head, I want something to hit this bluegill, a catfish to hit this bluegill. Don't tell me if another Chris show up and I get a bite. Something just jerked on this rod, and yeah. Chris just walked around the corner and I heard something. But it was like a faint little hit. Come on. These things start ripping off right before it gets dark. 50-pound catfish. but I think I just need to go. Oh yeah, what we got here? I got a crappie. Well, we're sitting here talking about all kinds of stuff, and no, my catfish rod keeps like hitting, but nothing's taking off. I was really counting on catching something. I may have to end with this little skinny guy, but I've been wanting to do some panfish videos, and I just been wanting to do some panfish fishing. That's kind of, and that's what we did today. We caught a bunch of bluegill. Oh yeah.